Our job here is to witness to as many people as we can, and to tell them the truth about Jesus Christ. And one of the people who did that brilliantly is Charlie Kirk. And we lost a huge fighter in the movement, okay, of the Christian conservative movement, as what we call this, the channel, Christian conservative. Michelle and I are Christian conservatives. You all are Christian conservatives. So for somebody to try to tear down what he created, it's evil. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And so, did you guys see the news that dropped tonight? Andrew Colvett, he is, of course, I forget what his title is in TPUSA, but he let out forth a bombshell admission.
Did Charlie's show on that Monday after. So Charlie was killed on a Wednesday, and then JD hosted the show on the Monday. So I remember I flew back, landed in the airport, and I believe I was talking to Candace, and she said something that I've not publicly communicated yet, but basically it was that if the wrong people take over the organization, and she said this, I'll never forget it. She says, "I will burn down that organization. I swear to God."
And you mean Turning Point?
Turning Point. If the wrong people, and I just assumed because she was very obviously
there were
anti-Jewish.
rumors at this time, like it was
this
chatter
5 days,
online.
6 days after, whatever it was. She said, "I'm going to burn down that organization. I swear to God." And I just thought she meant if the Jews take over or something
Ben
like
Shapiro.
this.
Let's just say the name.
Ben
People
Shapiro,
were throwing
yeah.
out because Ben Shapiro had appeared on the show.
And
Some people ran with like, Ben Shapiro has now taken over Turning
Well, he
Point
hadn't
USA.
appeared. I don't know if he had appeared on that. I think he was actually going to show up the next day on the Tuesday because it went JD, the Daily Wire guys, Glenn Beck, Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, that first week.
I don't think that you even know what you just said there and how much of a bombshell that is. Can you repeat that again?
Yeah.
Did you just say that Candace Owens told you that if the wrong people take over TPUSA, she's going to burn it to the ground?
Yeah, like 5 or 6 days after Charlie was killed.
And then what did you say?
And I said, I told her because I knew that Charlie had told me multiple times, and I'll say 2, maybe 3 times I'd heard it. Then I was at Aspen when
and I'd said it was a miasma. This would come up in conversation, and everyone would say
we all just knew if something happened to Charlie that Erica would take over, but we didn't think that hard about it because we just kind of assumed Charlie was going to be with us for the next 56 years.
Mm-hmm.
But at that point, I told her before Erica, I think, is going to take over. And, she's very conservative. She's Christian, like this is what Charlie wanted. The board was informed about this when Charlie was alive. Like, this is what's going to happen. Like, you don't have to go there. I remember because like a chill went down my spine. And I said, well, don't say that, Candace. Like, Erica's going to take over. And you kind of heard her react like, oh, okay. Okay. Like, it kind of, it takes
on a different meaning over time, I think. That in the moment, you felt
she's going to
it means
burn it.
She's reassured
to the ground.
She's going to burn it to the ground.
But now it gets back. A thing I've said is, I think the nature of this is a speculation on my part, and again, I don't know her. This is just kind of my read on her behavior, and I've been around a lot of people and in media and so on. I think Candace is narcissistic enough and kind of delusional enough. We mentioned we would do these campus tours where Charlie's west of the Mississippi, she's east of the Mississippi. I think Candace was able to tell her a story of, I was Charlie's equal. I was the other person who did campus events just like Charlie did. I am the natural successor or replacement to Charlie. And I think she managed at some point to convince herself that she would get a call and be asked to take over Turning Point USA. And
wow. All right. So this is my first time seeing that. Michelle, what are your thoughts?
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Candace Owens. Yes. Narcissism. We've said that here. She's crazy. Yes. We've seen that because she has 10,000 conspiracies and they're all coming out to be wrong. And Candace is the kind of person that if I can't have it, no one can. If I can't have him, no one can. If I can't have this company, no one can. If I can't be successful in it, no one can. And at this point, if you are believing her and still following her, then you're just as delusional, or you really, really like the drama. And she's just, I'm not surprised. This is really standard. This is par for the course for Candace Owens. And what's interesting is he said that then we didn't realize that about her until months later, everybody else following. So now, kind of hindsight being 2020, yeah, she would say that right there. I absolutely believe him.
Folks, I have always said, I personally believe that one of the most dangerous emotions, I want to say, is jealousy. Jealousy, envy.
Yeah.
Because they drive people insane. And also, it kind of harkens back to what the Bible says about in the last days, men are going to become lovers of themselves.
Yeah.
This is what this is. Coveting, boasting, and then it leads to lying, false accusing, all this stuff. It to me, it can all stem from this jealousy, envy, narcissism. And Paul warns of that. Extreme self-centeredness is a mark of serious spiritual corruption. And that is what we're seeing with Candace Owens. And then with that, she's trying to tear down this beloved company, the legacy of Charlie Kirk.
It's sad.
It's really
sad. What's sad is that what we've talked about and what we've shown and exposed is she also is now, putting herself out there as if she's a spiritual leader.
Right.
As if she knows now about the faith.
Mm-hmm.
Out of her faith, of course, being Catholicism and coming out and attacking Protestants. Like everything about her is she has to be the center of attention and at the top. And again, it's dangerous, but this is what the Bible warns us about. And we're just seeing it because we have access to this.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it live. But that means for Candace, really she can't cover up her lies because she records it and now we're catching her over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot harder to cover up. So exposing the lies, that's what we're doing at Christian Conservative. It is sad. And I'm still praying for her. Just be clear, guys. This is not me just accusing her. This is me exposing the lies and saying, yes, we see it. But I'm also still praying for her. She has children. I'm praying for Erica Kirk because she's been attacked by Candace Owens and everyone following her. And probably because it's stemming from this. If she couldn't have it, burn the whole thing down.
Yeah.
And who determines who's the right person? All of a sudden, Candace Owens decides who's right and wrong for an organization? That's outrageous.
It really is. And as I mentioned, folks, we have not heard Charlie Kirk. No one from Charlie Kirk's family has come out publicly or privately, because I'm sure that would have gotten leaked, and said they do not trust Erica Kirk. They do not trust the TPUSA team. They had some type of inkling or feeling or anything that Erica Kirk, TPUSA are doing something nefarious or had some way involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination. Nothing, zero, quite the opposite. We've seen Charlie Kirk's parents right alongside Erica Kirk at multiple public events. And so I don't know about you, Michelle, but if something happened with my company and, my husband, is being accused of being part of it, you better believe my parents are going to be, if they believe that, they're going to be front and center in leading the charge, not some disgruntled ex-employee with her podcast. I mean, nobody's talking. I haven't heard anybody say this. Why are we listening to Candace Owens and his parents, his family? No one has said any of this stuff.
No one. Why? Again, that's the people that are just delusional along with her. They're drinking the Kool-Aid, KJ. People that are attending this Jamal's church and watching Candace Owens, everything they say is gospel. Well, literally, there is no gospel in the words coming out of their mouth. But they're drinking it. They're buying into it. It is part of the delusion. And guys, a great delusion is coming. So again, we say, be mindful. And you're right, KJ. Absolutely. Candace Owens is crazy. Everyone on the other side with Turning Point USA is supportive. They're supportive of Erica Kirk. There's nothing to show that she's done anything wrong except for try to raise her children after the brutal murder of her husband. So we've said it before, shame on her for the things that she has done, Candace Owens, towards that family and towards that organization. And she needs peace and she needs deliverance.
Absolutely.
She needs to really have she needs to find Jesus Christ and actually establish a true relationship with him. And I hope she does. Pray that she does.
We do. Because Christianity doesn't give you permission to destroy someone because you believe you're the truth teller. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The biblical standard isn't I have questions, therefore my theory deserves to be treated as truth. All right. Scripture tells us that as Christians, if you have questions, you can't become a license to make accusations.
Yeah.
Your questions require investigation, not tear someone's legacy down. Come on, folks.
Christian concept.